Welcome to the Cowboy Football Roundup with Oklahoma State head coach Mike Gundy. Oklahoma State finishes the season 9-3. The Cowboys ranked in the top 10 once again during the course of regular season play, and now an Alamo Bowl date with the Colorado Buffaloes. And Coach, first, as you think back about this team, what was maybe a good trait or good characteristic of this team that maybe some other teams didn't have that sets this team apart?
We had a unique season in the fact that we didn't really develop leadership until around the fourth game. And from that point forward, I've mentioned before that they've come together more than any team I've been around over the last 2 months. And our ability to come back in games again, win on the road. These guys have been tremendous. I couldn't be any more proud of them for their ability to prepare. They play hard, they play physical. They've done everything we've asked them to do. And so it's a great group of guys, but just their ability to gel late in the year is unique from the other teams that we've coached.
Well, as I mentioned, the Cowboys' opponent in the Alamo Bowl, the Colorado Buffaloes, and we break down that matchup when we come back on the Cowboy Football Roundup. Back on the Cowboy Football Roundup with Oklahoma State head coach Mike Gundy. Well, we'll get together in San Antonio and play a very familiar foe. The Colorado Buffaloes will be Oklahoma State's opponent in the Alamo Bowl in San Antonio, and one of only 5 postseason games, Coach Gundy, involving 2 teams ranked in the top 12 of the playoff rankings at the end of the year. High-quality game.
When we looked at it, I'm very impressed with Colorado. I've seen them play just a little bit during the year. But now that I've seen some video and know a little bit about their team, Coach McIntyre is a quality guy. There's a lot of similarities in their program and ours.
How so?
Well, I think he's a very family-oriented. I think he understands the players. They buy into his commitment and all the things that we're very proud of here that we built our program on, and spending some time with him and kind of watching it from afar. And then last summer we did travel camps together. They jumped on board and were with us in Texas at our travel camps. And so from that standpoint, as I had mentioned to the people in San Antonio, they have a great matchup. And you have a team that's 10-2 and their losses were against really good teams. We're 9-3, 10-2, whatever you want to call us, and our losses were against, early in the year Baylor was a good team, and obviously Oklahoma's a good team. So it could very well be the best matchup other than the playoffs, in my opinion. And then you look at Colorado. They have a mature quarterback. He's a big guy. He's been a great leader for them. He throws the ball, but he's also their second leading rusher. They've got a running back that's rushed for almost 1,200 yards, and they have 3 receivers that are active. And they play with the tight end some like us. They have a great returner. Defensively, probably the best secondary we faced all year. Could 2 to 3 of those guys, in my opinion, at some point could be playing in the NFL. They have 9 seniors on defense. So this is his year. They have a really mature team. They have a senior quarterback. They have an outside pass rusher. I can't remember if he's 98 or 38, but he's really good. They have a 340-pound nose guard.
Yeah.
And he's a load inside, and they're aggressive. Their defense coordinator is Jim Leavitt, who was at Kansas State forever and been a head coach and very well respected in our profession. Only giving up 20.7 points a game, and they're averaging I think 37 points maybe, or 30, maybe 31 points. But either way, it's a really good matchup, Dave, of skill versus skill, and I'm excited about the chess match from a coaching standpoint because when I looked at their staff and I've looked at their schemes and what they're doing, they're on the right track. And I would like to think that we are. So there'll be a really good chess match with the coaching in this bowl game.
Boy, and it's very ironic. The last time the Cowboys played a former Big 12 member in a bowl game was Oklahoma State against Missouri in the Cotton Bowl at the end of the 2013 season. In that instance, just like this one, if the 2 teams win their last game, they're conference champions. So another high-octane matchup between former Big 12 foes coming up in San Antonio. When we return, we take a look at some of the big plays of the year from player perspectives after this. Welcome back to the Cowboy Football Roundup. Well, he was probably too busy blocking to really see the plays when they happened. So this is a lot of fun for Cowboy offensive tackle Zach Crabtree. In his eyes, the top offensive plays of 2016. Here's Allison Gappa with Zach.
Allison Gappa here with Zach Crabtree. We're in Orange Power Studios control room, and he picked out the top 10 offensive plays of the season. What's your number 10?
Blake Jarwin's catch against Kansas State. Second quarter, we're down by 6. A little pump on the bubble screen or screen. It was a turbo call, which is up tempo for us, but we pump fake it, get him to bite on the screen. We had ran that play a couple times. They had seen it. And Jaws just stutters the guy and gets vertical on it. And great catch by him, great ball by Mason, and he puts us in the lead early in the second quarter.
For this next one, we are headed to Fort Worth.
Yeah, Chris Lacey against the TCU Horned Frogs. Runs a good route right there, gets space, and Mason puts it on him. 3rd and goal, late in the first. Down by 6. We needed a big play there. You know, you don't want to walk away from the field goal when you get down inside the 5, inside the red zone. And Mason gave him a chance, and Lacey went and made a play with the guy draped on him. He had a great year for us. Physical, big, strong guy, and he used it to his advantage throughout the year.
Number 8, a player favorite from Chris Carson during Texas Tech game.
Yeah, this is awesome. We need this to end the game. 4-minute drill. We got a minute left in the fourth, down by 1, and we gave the rock to Chris Carson. Coach Gundy had told him prior to it, you know, to not get in the end zone, that we wanted just to run the clock, him and Coach Arroyo, and Chris ran the kid clean over, got what was needed, and got down on a knee. Never seen anything like that. Strong kid, great run.
Number 7, Rennie Childs.
This was a turbo call too, if I'm not mistaken. He hit it out the backside. Great run by Rennie. 3rd and 2, needed it, second quarter. Gave us some separation, or actually hit it front side. He just bounced it, got one-on-one with the corner, juked the corner and got down the sideline. The running game was always in question all year, and I just felt like this was a play that kind of opened up the running game, that kind of opened up that part of our season for us and really propelled us into having better running performances.
Number 6, we've got a pass play with Mason Rudolph and Jalen McCleskey.
Yeah, big time play here. Great route by Jalen, getting into the middle of the field, catching it, making a guy miss, and going to score. He had a breakout year this year, made a ton of plays for us, and it was much needed. It was right before half, if I'm not mistaken, and to really just put 6 more points on the board and give us a better lead going into halftime. Great ball by Mason to give him an opportunity to go make a play.
We're going back to Kansas State for number 5, James Washington.
Great play here, fourth quarter. We're down by 9. We knew we had to score on this drive to stay in the game. Mason did a great job finessing the pocket there. I had a terrible block on my part, got a little out of whack, footwork messed up, and then gave him a chance to get some pressure on him. And Mason stepped up, delivered a heck of a ball to James over the top, and him one-on-one, he's going to outrun you most of the time, and he's a playmaker. That's what James does. He shows up in big-time situations, and that's exactly what he did right there for us.
We're in the top 5. This is number 4, another Mason Rudolph to James Washington touchdown.
Yeah, put this play on here just because it was well blocked for the most part, but the block right here by Lacey and then Barry J coming up and getting another one to spring Washington, that's what it's about. It's giving us that opportunity to go make a big-time play. And Coach Gundy says it every Saturday before we go out and do the walk down Hester Street. He just says that there's one guy with the ball, there has to be 10 unselfish players, 10 guys that are willing to make that guy, make a big play, and that's exactly what Lacey and Barry and the rest of the offense did there, and just felt like it was a big play, guys going and putting stuff on the line for the other one.
Number 3, we have All-American freshman Justice Hill.
This kid was unbelievable all year. Great block play right there up front by the offensive line. He makes the guy miss, stays in bounds, heck of a job balancing, and he gets in to open up, score on the first drive, if I'm not mistaken, the first drive of the game. Great block by the Cowboy back there, and he gets in the end zone on the first drive, which we talk about. The first drive of each half, getting in the end zone is huge to start the momentum, get off on the right note. You're playing the University of Texas, and he went and made a play to put us up 7-0 and get the ball rolling.
All right, your number 2 play.
James Washington versus Pitt. Great play right here. We had talked about all week that we were going to open up with a run, or that's what we were told a couple days prior and leading up to it. We get the ball on the first drive, backed up, at it's 87 yards or something like that.
91.
91. There it is. So we get the look we wanted. They were in quarters, if I wasn't mistaken. We play action faked it. Safety's a run support guy, and he bit down on it. They completely got out of there, and James Washington was one-on-one and ran a post, and he was just better than the guy that was on him, and he always is normally. And so just gave him a chance to go make a play, and that's what he did.
Your number 1 play for the offense this season.
Chris Carson right here. Down by 2 minutes left. You're on the road in Manhattan. It's a rough place to be. And there he goes. He takes it 17, 18 yards and drags 2 guys in with him. He really came on strong for us, and then so proud that he did that. He's an absolute freak in the weight room. One of the best athletes I've ever been around, I've ever seen, along with number 28. And he was possessed at the end of the year, and to see what he did, especially right there in that situation, I think that set the tempo for the following weeks. And he ran his tail off for us, and that was a big play to put us in the lead, to give us a chance to go win the game.
Coming up, we move to the defensive side of the ball. We'll say offense went first. They want a coin flip. So defense gets its turn with Jordan Stearns looking back on his favorite plays of 2016 on defense after this. Welcome back to the Cowboy Football Roundup. You now know Zach Crabtree's favorite plays on offense for 2016. Well, what about on defense? Well, let's head to the secondary and to a young man who's been Oklahoma State's leading tackler the last 3 seasons, the favorite plays of Cowboy safety Jordan Stearns.
Allison Gappa here with Jordan Stearns, who picked out the top 10 plays for the defense this year here in the control room of Orange Power Studios. Jordan, what's the number 10 play?
Number 10 play would be the goal line stop versus TCU. Right here, we're just in a goal line defense, as you can see. Great play. The defense, we didn't want them on the sideline. The whole story was basically we didn't want to get scored on anymore. 6 points would be cool, It doesn't happen very much, especially in the Big 12. So, as you can see, Mote back there slowed him down a little bit. I think that's Jarrell Owens, who got a piece of him, and then I finished him off. So, that's my number 10.
Your number 9 also from the TCU game.
Number 9 is Justin Phillips' interception. Right here, we're just in cover 4. Justin Phillips carried number 3 vertical. Got a little help from me over the top, and just makes a great play. Uses his instincts, trusts himself, and sails out, makes a diving interception.
Next one, Vincent Taylor, who was up for the Heisman this year.
Yeah, and this just shows why he was up for it. He was making plays, being athletic, forcing fumbles. At this time we were unranked, 5-2. People didn't know how our season was going to go, and we're playing a number 10 team right here, and he just makes a great play. Cole Walter-Sheed comes up with the, almost takes it to the house, which would have been great, but that was a great play.
Ramon Richards, big personality on and off the field.
Yeah.
He's got our number 7 play.
Yeah, this was fun for me, because me and Ramon, we do a lot of extra work together, basically brothers. And, right here, I'm about to get a block for him. He's pointing, acting like he's going to score. But, Ramon, what's good about this is, he always tells me that, if he gets the ball in his hands, he's going to try and score with it. So he almost did.
Next one, we've got a Jordan Burton interception in the Iowa State game.
Yeah, this one's big just for the simple fact that you can see that it's a tie ball game. It's pretty early in the 4th, but we were down 17 at one point, and this interception was just a huge momentum swing.
The defense shut out Iowa State in the 4th quarter and allowed the offense to complete that 17-point comeback.
Yeah, like I said, the defense stepped up, and we started off pretty slow, but started picking it up towards the 4th quarter.
This next one is this guy sitting right next to me, a huge play in the Kansas State game.
Yeah, this one, what's funny is I told myself I was going to make a play and try to get us out of Kansas. When I picked it up, I was just ready to go home, and you can see Chad Whiteman. He gets great pressure on the quarterback and basically makes him force the ball up to me, and I just, I did the rest.
You said you kind of saw it coming.
Yeah, definitely. I was telling myself all game that I'm gonna make the play that ultimately wins the game for us, and it's just crazy that it happened that way.
We are in the top 5. Number 4 is Ramon Richards.
Yeah, right here, pick going down trying to score. This was a crazy game. We had a 2-hour lightning delay, and we just came out fast as a defense, and it's only right that Ramon gets the game-winning interception, always in the right place at the right time. You gotta love the celebration.
Our number 3, DQ, makes an appearance.
Yeah, I think he was also up for the Posman, and he shows wild right here. Drops back into coverage like he's a defensive back, and almost takes it to the house. Looks like he run about a 4.4 right there. But yeah, showing great athleticism, and DQ was a huge pickup for us this year, and definitely stepped up when he needed to.
Our number 2, we've got Vincent Taylor blocking a kick, pitching it to Trey Flowers. This was everywhere nationally.
Yeah, and to me, this is why Vincent should have won the Posman right here. He showed great athleticism, pitched the ball back to Trey. Trey, who was extremely fast, obviously finished it, threw down the hooks or the horns or whatever you call them. That was a great play. It was fun, and basically set us up for the rest of the game. I think we had 2 more after that as well.
This season, you guys really liked blocking those kicks.
Oh yeah, it was fun, and Vincent does it all the time in practice, so it carries over into the game.
All right, Jordan, what is our number 1 defensive play for this season?
I'm gonna have to go with Devontae Averett pitching it back into no other than Ramon Richards. Great, look at that. This is a great play. Ball going out of bounds. I thought I was gonna get it, but of course Ramon took it from me. And that's a fun play right there. Set the season up nice, exciting season with a lot of laterals this year. And this was one of them. Just a great play, fun to be a part of.
All those laterals fun for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. The coaches don't like it too much, but at the end of the day, we're just having fun out there.
Coach Gundy and I come back with some more thoughts on the Cowboys bowl game matchup with Colorado when the Cowboy Football Roundup continues after these messages.
Washington 40, 30, 20. This is caught by McCluskey. Fired far side. It's intercepted. Jordan Burton got the pick for the Cowboys. It's intercepted by DeQuinton Osborne. And he takes it into the end zone. Kevin Henry with the interception. And they steal one here in Manhattan. He is sacked. He is sacked. Carson on the loose and into the end zone. The Cowboy defense got an interception. Then they ran the wishbone. That's it. That's it.
We're back for a final time on the Cowboy Football Roundup with Oklahoma State head coach Mike Gundy. And as we think more about the bowl, have you changed your bowl preparation over the years?
It's interesting. We adjust a lot of things throughout the years. And I look back on the last 5 bowls and our practices, our times, what we did in practice, days off, so on and so forth, lifting times. Mm-hmm. And we have been considerably different every year.
Really?
And I thought, why is that? So as I sat the other day in the office and was going through it, it was because of the style of play that we had. When we were in the Fiesta Bowl with Weed and those guys, we just kind of got them out there and got them lined up and didn't do a lot.
Right.
When we played in other games where I felt like that we really needed to be physical, then we did more to try to prepare in that area. So we have everything done, starting with Friday, I guess really Saturday after the OU game a week later. Mm-hmm. We have all of our practices scheduled, all of our meetings, all of our lifts, what we're going to do in practice, and everything is done until the day of the game. So we have all that in place now, times, so on and so forth. And it's similar to what we did in the Cactus Bowl. There's some similarities to this team and that team. So our times, our practice amount, things like that will be similar to the year of the Cactus Bowl.
For head coach Mike Gundy, I'm Dave Hunziker. Thanks for watching. See you next time on the Cowboy Football Roundup.
The Cowboy Football Roundup is brought to you by Bud Light, a proud partner of Oklahoma State football. Cowboys, raise one to right now. By OG&E, power at the speed of life. By Case IH, get in the red zone and win with Case IH. Learn more about exclusive offers on top-performing tractors and combines at caseih.com/Cowboys. By the visitstillwaterok.org Shop, Dine, and Stay partners. Be sure to shop, dine, and stay in America's friendliest college town. Brought to you by visitstillwaterok.org. By Mercy, your life is our life's work. And by Cox, your OSU sports connection.